Hi, everybody, and welcome to Fireside Chat. I asked already, number 263. Amazing. But I say that every week, so I won't belabor the point. Normally, for the first 250, I would say Otto was in the fireside seat or bed, but he has gradually given that up, and now Snoopy seems to have taken his place. But I'd like you to know that Otto is in here, so if you could lower the camera for just a moment, you now see Otto, which brings many of you mirth. So let's begin with, this is from Megan 1 through Megan 2. I'm very touched. So apparently this is a book that's used in what grades?
It's used, I believe, in a middle school.
In a middle school?
In Burbank.
In Burbank, California, and I'm sure elsewhere as well. This book is anti-racist. 20 Lessons on How to Wake Up, Take Action, and Do the Work by Tiffany Jewell. Let me read to you a little about Tiffany Jewell, by the way. Tiffany Jewell is a black biracial writer and anti-racist Montessori educator and consultant. She spends her time baking bread, building Legos, watching British detective shows, and dreaming up how she can dismantle white supremacy. That's a full life. How she can dismantle what essentially doesn't exist. See, you have to understand, all of this woke stuff is substitute religions. It's for people who are overwhelmingly secular. They don't have traditional Judeo-Christian religions, not Protestantism, Catholicism, Judaism, LDS, Mormonism, whatever it might be. So they need desperately to fill that hole with meaning. And they get their meaning from left-wing causes. They're secular religions. And they prove the old Chesterton line, or at least attribute it to Chesterton: when people stop believing in God, they don't believe in nothing, they believe in anything. So they have developed this meaning in life, dismantling white supremacy. It's a made-up meaning, but that's what happens when you lose real meaning and a real grasp of life. Okay, Tiffany currently lives in Western Massachusetts on the occupied land of the Wabanaki and the Nipmuc. This is the newest thing on the left. What lands did Indian tribes or Native American tribes live on? And you're supposed to say that to show how sensitive you are to that fact. Now, how do we know that the Wabanaki and Nipmuc did not take over that land from prior tribes? The odds are overwhelming that they did. So should we try to find that out and say which they are occupied the lands of? Okay. With her two young activists, her partner, and a turtle she's had since she was 9. What does that mean, her two young activists? I assume her children?
Yeah.
And she calls them activists? Well, that's what she's training them to be. That's honest. Okay, so she's the one who wrote this book. This book is anti-racist for middle school. And this is what they're giving out at schools. They're not teaching your kids how to read better, write better, think better, about history, math, whatever. This is what is overwhelmingly now offered as education. It's very sad. So here, for example, by not allowing yourself to see someone's race, you are not seeing them as a whole person. You are looking at them through a skewed lens. You see them only how you want to see them. You are looking at them through your lens of comfort. You are not seeing your students and their families how they want to and need to be seen. This is the fight against colorblind, the concept of being colorblind, that's wrong. So this is a perfect example of a difference between liberal and left. Liberalism advocates for color blindness, and leftism advocates for being preoccupied with color. So let's analyze this. By not allowing yourself to see someone's race, you are not seeing them as a whole person. Let me put it to you the opposite way. By concentrating on a person's race, you are not seeing them as a whole person. Are you your race? You watching me now, if you're black, is that the primary constituent of your character and life and meaning, your blackness?
Big tech censorship continues to be a big problem for PragerU, and it's more important than ever that our audience watches our content on our platform. To continue watching this episode of the Fireside Chat, go to PragerU.com or download the PragerU mobile app today.